Bhumika Vachiari. Welcome you all to learn English with Saraswati Group of Education. Today, in this session, we are going to talk about the textual exercises which we have got at the end of the chapter. The learning of the grammar part, the learning of the explanation and the vocabulary part is already done. We have learned all the things, and now after learning all the things, it is testing time. Okay? So, please keep your textbook, your English classwork book with you. Okay? We are going to go through each question and each page together. I am going to guide you all the things with which question is to be written where. So please stay focused and listen carefully. Throughout the session we are going to go through each page. Right? So please keep your pencil and eraser handy and keep your textbook open.
Please keep your textbook and classwork book and grammar book ready for these exercises. We are going to solve the exercises which are given at the end of the chapter. Now in that, first question, that is question A on page number 5, A1. Mark these sentences as true or false. So we will have to read the sentence and we will have to remember whatever we have learned in the chapter, and then we have to mark the statement true or false according to our remembrance or according to our understanding. Okay, let us read the first one. Mr. Toad was startled by the sound of a truck. So was Mr. Toad startled means surprised. Okay, so was Mr. Toad surprised by the sound of a truck when he was having his lunch? No, that is wrong. He was startled by the sound of a new car, right? So we can write false here, F. Let us go to number 2. Mr. Toad didn't want to steal the car. Now yes, that is correct. Mr. Toad didn't want to steal the car. He just wanted to have a ride and he just wanted to find out that how the car is, right? So he did not steal the car, but he was curious enough to want to know that how is the car. So we can mark this as true. His intention was not of stealing the car. So please write T in number 2. Number 3. Mr. Toad broke the traffic rules. Now this is true, yes. He was speeding. That means he was driving the car in a speedy manner. So that was breaking the traffic rules. So this is correct. So please write T in number 3. True. Number 4. Mr. Toad was let go because he was a wealthy merchant. Now this is false. He was punished. He was not let go. Okay. The judge did not let him go. That is, yes, you are a very wealthy merchant, so you can go. Not like that. He was also punished for disrespecting the cop, okay, and for speeding. So all these were the things which were charged upon him and he was punished. He was sent to jail. So this is false, F. Number 5. Mr. Toad was a helpless prisoner in a remotest dungeon. That is correct. He was locked up in a jail, remotest dungeon. That means far away jail. So this is true. Mark it as true. T. Question number A2. Answer these questions. Now these questions you have to copy in your classwork book. The answers I will be sending as notes. From the notes you can copy in your classwork book. Okay, let us just discuss it here. Copying part you can do when I send the notes. And along with this video lecture you are going to get the notes. Question number 1. What was Mr. Toad doing when he heard the sound of the car? So please remember, Mr. Toad was having his lunch in the coffee room of an inn when he heard the sound of a car? Question number 2. Describe Mr. Toad's adventure after he picked the car from the inn yard till he was caught. Now, yes, the journey or the adventure Mr. Toad was having, that we have to describe right from he picked the car from the inn yard and till the time he was caught. So, what can we write? First of all, Mr. Toad pulled the car out of the inn yard and drove away in great speed. He was neither conscious that he had done something wrong, nor aware of where he was heading, where he was going. When he heard the police siren, he increased the speed further and tried to escape. But he was caught at the next turn of the road. So that was all till the time he was caught. Okay, let us go to the next question. How did Mr. Toad behave when he was caught by the traffic police? Mr. Toad was arrogant. He was disrespecting the police officer and told the traffic police that he did not need any license. He also lied by saying that he had only been trying to check the speed limit of the car. Actually, he was excited to see the car, that how much speed can the car gain. So he lied to the police officer that he was just checking the speed limit. Okay. Next question. Who was Mr. Clark? What was his opinion on the crime committed by Mr. Toad? Mr. Clark was a member of the court of law. He thought that Mr. Toad has committed 3 very serious crimes. First one, stealing a motor car. Second one, driving dangerously. And third one, cheeking the police officer. That means disrespecting the police officer. He thought Mr. Toad should get 20 years of imprisonment for these crimes. Okay, so he thought that, and he suggested that Mr. Toad should be locked up in jail for 20 years as he have committed all these 3 crimes. Question 5. Describe the journey of Mr. Toad from the courthouse to the dungeon where he was imprisoned. Now, there is a very wide description of Mr. Toad's journey from the court of law to the jail, to the dungeon. Mr. Toad was put in chains and dragged through the marketplace where people attacked him with carrots. After he entered the old prison house, he saw soldiers making fun of him and also looking at him threateningly. He went through the thumbscrew room and finally reached the remotest dungeon. Here he was handed over to the jailer who put him inside the cell, inside the jail. Got it? Now all these 5 questions and answers you are going to get in notes. And please copy them correctly, neatly in your class workbook. We are not going to do question A3, think and answer. Okay. Let us go to the next page. On page number 6, there are definition of prefix and suffix. Okay. So that we just need to revise because the next exercise which we are going to do is based upon that. So let us just revise the suffix and prefix definitions. So prefix means a prefix is a letter or a group of letters that is added to the beginning of a word to change its meaning. For example, the car stood in the middle of the yard, quite unattended. Now the word unattended is made up of a prefix and the root word, that is un plus attended. That means the car was not attended by anybody, not watched by anybody. Let us see the definition of suffix. A suffix is a letter or a group of letters that is added at the end of a word to change its meaning. For example, wake up and take over from us this vile toad, a criminal of deepest guilt and matchless artfulness and resource. Now the words matchless and artfulness, they are made up by adding suffix to it. Matchless has the suffix less, L-E-S-S at the end, matchless. And the word artfulness is having suffix ness, N-E-S-S at the end of the word. Okay? Now let us revise the prefix and suffix quickly which we have learnt. Let us go through the prefix first. Anti. Anti means against or opposite. Inter. Inter means between. For example, interrelated, something which is related in between. Non. Non means opposite of something. And mid. Mid means between something. Pre. Pre means before. Post. Post means after. Multi. Multi means many. Let us go through quickly suffixes which are given here. Ment. M-E-N-T. Ment means result of. Shun. That is T-I-O-N. As again I am mentioning it that you have to pronounce it as shun, not tion. Okay? Shun. Or we can add one more suffix, that is eon. That both of them means state of. Next one is al, A-L, al. That means of the. Next one, or, E-R, or. Or means one who does something. Ness, N-E-S-S, ness. Ness means state of. Hood. Hood means state of. Ship. Ship means state of. Okay. Now the next exercise which is given down here is based upon prefix and suffix. Some words are given to us and we have to identify the prefix or suffix added to each of these words, and we will have to separate the root word. Let us follow the example. See, the example is judgment. Now judgment is made up of two words, that is judge plus ment. Okay. Now here let us go to the second one, that is interactive. Interactive is made up of two words, inter plus active. This one, publisher. Publisher. Publisher is also made up of two words, that is publish, add, or. Number 3, multitask. Multitask means two words, multi plus task. Let us go to the next page and see the other words. Page number 8, number 4, dental. Dental word is also made up of two words. Added suffix is over here, that is dent plus al. Dental. Next one is postcard. Now the word postcard is also made up of two words. That means a suffix is added. Two words are post plus card. Postcard. And post is added as prefix. Next one is nonsense. Nonsense. Nonsense is also added to the word. So prefix non is added to the word and a word has become nonsense. Number 7, abandonment. Abandonment. Okay, the root word is abandon and ment is added as suffix. Now, as we had studied parts of speech, I had given you some information about the 8 parts of speech, right? Noun, verb, adjective, adverb, pronoun, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Okay? But mainly we had studied, in this chapter we had studied adjectives and adverbs. Now here there is one exercise given. Identify what parts of speech the underlined word is in this paragraph are. Now we are not going to copy this anywhere, but let us discuss for your information. Let me read the paragraph for you. Next moment, Mr. Toad was found seated in the driver's seat, holding the handle of the car. As the familiar sound of the car broke forth, the old passion seized on Mr. Toad and completely mastered him. He pulled the lever and swung the car round the yard and out through the archway. All sense of right and wrong seemed temporarily suspended for Mr. Toad. He sped so fast, not knowing where he was going. He was only conscious that he was Mr. Toad once more. Mr. Toad at his best and highest. Mr. Toad the terror, the traffic queller, the lord of the lone trail, before whom all must give way or be smitten into nothingness and everlasting night. Now here some words are underlined. Okay, they are highlighted. Look at them. Mr. Toad, seated, holding, familiar, him, and temporarily into. Now these are the words which we have to find out that which part of speech is it. Is it a noun? Is it a verb? Is it adjective? Is it adverb? Is it pronoun? Is it preposition? Is it conjunction? Or is it interjection? Okay. So first one, Mr. Toad is a noun. Okay. If we go in the subtype, then it is a proper noun. We can say as noun. Okay. Widely noun. And then next is seated. Seated is a verb. Okay. That is action word. So verb. Number 3, holding is verb. Number 4, familiar is adjective. Number 5, him is a pronoun. Number 6, and is conjunction as it is joining two sentences. So that is conjunction. Number 7, temporarily. Temporarily is adverb. And number 8, into. Into is preposition, showing the position of noun. Next page is question C2. Frame sentences as directed. Using these words. Now this exercise is to be done in your grammar book. Okay, because you have to frame sentence, you will not get enough space to write 2 sentences for each word. Again, this question will be given as notes, so do not worry, you will get it. You have to copy it in your grammar book. Let us just discuss it right now. Okay, the first word is play. Now, play, you have to make one sentence as using the word play as a verb, and another sentence using the word play as noun. So for noun, let us make first sentence as noun. Rima is taking part in a one-act play. Now here play is a noun, and now let us make as verb. Raghu plays the guitar and his sister plays hockey. Now here play is acting as a verb, as an action word, as activity. Okay, so that is as a verb. So two sentences, one is made up of as noun and the second one is made up as verb. Let us go to the second one. Second word is drink, and we have to make two sentences using drink word as a verb and drink word as a noun. Understood? So let us first make sentence as a verb. Would you like to drink something? Now the word drink here is suggesting some activity, some action. So that is acting as a verb. Now if we want to use the word drink as a noun, we can make sentence like I really need a drink of water. Okay, here drink, word drink is acting as a noun. Number 3, the word red. Now here it is given that you have to make one sentence as noun, red as noun, and one sentence red as an adjective. So let us first make red as a noun. Red is my mother's favorite color. So here the word red is acting as a noun. Let us make sentence as an adjective. Shaheen lives in that house with red tiled roof. Now here red is acting as a describing word, as an adjective. Which color tiled roof is it? Red tiled roof. Okay, so as an adjective it is working. Number 4, above. The word above, we have to make two sentences. One is where above is acting as adverb, and the second sentence we have to make above as preposition. Okay, so let us first make the sentence above as an adverb. Please read the instruction written above. Now you will find this sentence in a common, because in your worksheets we often write that please read the instruction or please read the sentences carefully which are given above or which are given below, right? So here the sentence is on above. So above is working as adverb here, adverb of place. Next, we have to make another sentence as preposition. Nathan's apartment is above mine. That means we are showing the position of an apartment. Okay, Nathan's apartment is above mine. Number 5, which. W-H-I-C-H. This is not that which we find in the stories. Okay, this is a question word, which. Now here we have to make two sentences where which is acting as a pronoun and where which is acting as an adjective. So first let us make the sentence as a pronoun. Arjun attended a meeting which continued for 3 hours. Okay, now here the word which is acting as a pronoun. For the noun meeting, we are talking about the noun meeting, and for that the word is used which as a pronoun. Okay, second as adjective we have to make, then it will be which dress would you like to wear to the party. Now here we are asking something and this is option. Which dress would you like to wear to the party? Number 6, rubber. Now the word rubber, we have to make two sentences, one as a noun and the other as adjective. Okay, so first let us make the sentence as noun. These tires are made of high quality rubber. Now here rubber is acting as a noun. Let us make one more sentence where rubber acts as adjective. Please give me a pair of rubber gloves. Now here it is acting as describing word. I want gloves, but which type of gloves? So I am describing rubber gloves. Okay, please give me a pair of rubber gloves. Got it? Okay, now we are not going to do question number C3 as and D and E because that will not be possible to do when we are learning online. Now, here we are talking about silent letters. See, question number F. Read these words aloud. Now let me read the words for you. Muscle, design, cord, plumb, fascinate, foreign, archive, depth, ascend, gnaw, chaos, subtle, scent, colon, echo, thumb, scissors, assign, psychic, dumb. Now the letters highlighted in these words can't be heard when spoken. These letters are called silent letters. Okay, so when they are present in the word but they are not pronounced. Let us go to the next page. There are some letters which are not pronounced when they are, even if they are present in the word, they are not pronounced, they are not spoken. Okay, and here you have to circle the letters in these words which are silent. So I have helped you. Okay, but you will have to look into page number 10 as the circles which I have made may have overlapped some letters which are nearby. The first word is campaign. Campaign. Now in the word campaign, G is silent. G is not pronounced. Okay. Second word is discipline. Discipline. In the word discipline, C is not pronounced. Number 3, numb. Numb. In the word numb, B is not pronounced. It is not as numb. It is numb. Okay. Next word is doubt. Doubt. In the word doubt, B is not pronounced. We don't say doubt. Okay, it is doubt. Number 5, anchor. In the word anchor, H is not pronounced. H is not pronounced. Number 6, resign. Resign. In the word resign, G is not pronounced. Number 7, scene. Scene. Now in the word scene, C is not pronounced. Number 8, ache. Ache. In the word ache, H is not pronounced. H is not pronounced. Now, this exercise you can complete within 2 days. Whatever things are mentioned here in the textbook and whatever things you have to write in your classwork book and grammar book, all the things you can complete within 2 days. But the worksheet which is given along with this video lecture, that you have to do first. So please write all the things correctly.
Along with this video lecture, you are going to get a worksheet which you have to do as homework. Now in this worksheet, you will find all the points which you have learned throughout the chapter. May it be vocabulary, may it be grammar points, or may it be the explanation points. All the points you will find in this worksheet. So this worksheet is important. You have to do the worksheet carefully. You have to revise all the things and then do the worksheet. Okay? Now as all the time I say, there are 2 ways of doing the worksheet. If you are going to take the printout, take the printout and write the answers in the worksheet itself. And if you are going to copy the worksheet, this time copy this worksheet, worksheet number 6, you have to copy in your classwork book, not rough book, classwork book. Okay, please take care. If you are going to copy the worksheet, then if you are going to print out, then no issue. If you are going to take a printout, then write the answers and keep it safely. File it somewhere. Keep it safely somewhere. Why? Because this worksheet is going to be useful at the time of the examination. Okay? When you have to revise all the points quickly. So this worksheet will be handy. And in this worksheet, all the points are covered. So if you revise the worksheet thoroughly, then it will be easy for you and your revision will become quick. Now along with this worksheet, you are going to get the answer key of the previous worksheet, worksheet 5 also. And one more thing I am going to send with this worksheet is notes. I will write something and give it to you. The title will be notes. Okay. Now these notes you have to copy in your classwork book. Write chapter 1 as the heading is given. Everything is given there in the notes. So you have to copy the same notes in your classwork book and keep it ready. Copy neatly and without any spelling errors. Right? Now, do the worksheet first. Notes you can complete within 2 days, but you have to complete the worksheet first. Okay? If you have any confusion, any doubt regarding the worksheet or regarding notes, you can ask me.